Welcome back to Divine Destiny. It is February 3rd, and this is going to be a pick a card. It actually was a viewer submission, and it is, what are your psychic abilities? So this was a really, really cool topic. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, that's cool. So thank you for the suggestion. I was so excited to get it. If anybody else has, a suggestion on, a pick a card or some kind of reading that they really would like to have done, questions, that kind of thing, I will try my best to get to it and make a video out of it. So subscribe, like, and then drop a comment down below what you'd like to happen. I'll try to do that for you. All right, so we're going to take a deep breath. Okay, we're going to pick between the three cards, so whichever one resonates with you. Okay, right off the bat, like the first one you're like, oh, I like that one. That's the one you need to choose. Okay, we have this little, actually it's probably the biggest shell here. The other ones are kind of little. This pretty shell. This tiny little shell. It's just hard to see. Isn't that cute? And then this little white shell. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to leave this here for, not really that long, but probably like a minute. Just go ahead and clear your mind. Whatever jumps out at you, pick that one. Thank you for watching my video so much. I'm enjoying talking with everyone. I am enjoying getting to know everyone. It has been so great, and I'm just so excited. So if you haven't subscribed, please do that. Please comment so I can get to know you and talk. And, we're all in this together, so we really need to kind of stick together. Okay. Alrighty. Bye. Okay, pile number one. All right. So, are you ready to see what kind of psychic abilities you have? All right. So, pile number one chose the biggest shell that there was. Very pretty shell. Has a hole, so you can like string it on something. Thought it was cool. All right. We're gonna do the angel cards. 2 of my Rider Waite, and then a healing oracle. Yes, that's what we're doing. I'm going to put in the comments that I'm keeping this kind of a little bit shorter. It takes so long for this to upload because I have to export and then upload. It's like a big, so they're not going to be probably 2 hours long anymore. So it's probably hopefully going to be less than that. I say that every time. I'm like, I'm not going to take a while on these things, or one more card, and then like, half an hour later I'm still talking. So I don't know. We're going to try. We're going to try to make this quick. Okay? Okay. So you're psychic. You have incredible foresight. 3 of fire, which is 3 of wands. It's the guy kind of, he has his wands, and he's looking out, and he's watching, he's scanning the horizon. He kind of knows what's coming. You're someone who really can, from the get-go, kind of figure out how things are going to turn out. Some people might struggle with the decision. If they're offered something, they'll be like, well, and they'll kind of like, you'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. Like instantly, you just know you're not doing that. So you are someone who is very psychic. Incredible, incredible foresight. And it's really, I think it's helped you a lot with abundance, with maybe manifesting abundance. You know, because this is something that allows you to have kind of an upper edge on a lot of things, because you can see how things will pan out for you. You're very good at making like long-term generational plans. I think you could spend a lot of time actually doing that. You need to make sure that you're not only spending time in the future, you know. Very cool. So psychic, incredible foresight. All right, we'll do the next one. 6 of fire. A lot of fire energy. So you're someone who is very action oriented. Okay, you might have your head in the clouds or the future, for that matter, quite a bit, but when you come back to this place, you get a lot of work done. So that's good. I think you really discover what works for you. Good job. 6 of fire, 6 of wands is just complete victory. You anything you do, and again, it could be because you know what to take a chance on, what not to. It just grows great. And it's not to say there's no problems, you know, or issues or speed bumps, but ultimately, like at the end of whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, you're successful. You actually, I have a feeling, like I get the feeling that you're kind of recognized, maybe in your family, maybe your community, you know, for maybe being this way. Maybe you have a store, maybe you just, you know, maybe it's just well known that you are like this. But I think you're held in really high regard, you know, for the people that really know this about you. It says public recognition, so I mean, that's what I'm getting. This is something that you're successful with. This is something that people know about you. This is something that, I don't know how you get an award for. Do they have psychic awards? I want to go to one. Do they have that? I'd go to one. I don't know. I don't know how you would judge that. Okay, we're getting off topic. See, I'm trying to save time, and I'm babbling about stuff. Okay, so you have the Midas touch with things. You really know everything that's going on. Again, incredible psychic foresight. It's almost not fair. 10 of air. 10 of air is someone who is able to kind of turn on a dime, I would say. This is someone who, because of things that have happened, and you know, I get the feeling like that, although you are very psychic, there are some areas of psychic abilities that maybe it didn't come totally natural for you, which might have been something hard to admit, but you know, it didn't stop you. You know, you really have this tenacious energy about you. You just, I mean, when it's something that you really see potential in, see, you know, a great future with, it doesn't matter how many times you fall, how many times you fuck up, how many times, you know, it doesn't work. You keep going, you know. Number 10 of air in regular tarot is the 10 of swords. That's the one where the guy's laying down, he's got all the swords poked in him. People look at it and they go, oh my God. It's not a bad card. It actually is a really beautiful, wonderful card, because usually by the 9, all the crap that's going on is starting to end. So by 10, it's already done with. You don't have any more crap. you know, and it's because you've survived all the shit you've gone through. So that's what I really feel. I really feel like you kind of see things as just another way of getting it done. Like, it's not a failure. You just need to find another way of doing it. And that's really a wonderful way to look at things. Oh my God. I like you. Oh my God. Look at that. Okay. Oh my God. My God. Jesus. Okay. I just got so excited. So, all right, you're in the right place, okay? Because everything that you have in you, everything you've learned, really is somehow directly connected to your counterpart, your twin flame. It is a huge theme in your life, whether you realize it or not. And it's just something that you are just ultimately bound to. There's no, like, this is something that has been done over and over and over and over again. I mean, like, you're locked in there. This is absolutely incredible. Huh. You know, but it's not, and that this is another card that people kind of freak out over. In this sense, it's more of a tethering. You know, you're kind of joined with someone. You know, you're joined in this journey. You're joined in your hearts. Everything. You're joined. So I really, for psychic abilities, I would bet money you have telepathy. I would bet money. Because if you're dealing with this, if this ties into your blueprint that much, you're going to be able to talk. Y'all are going to be talking. Okay? Even if you're not talking, you're going to be talking. Because there's no separating this. I mean, this wasn't just, you know, talked about before this lifetime. It's been every lifetime. This is like over and over. Maybe not every lifetime, but a good majority of them. Like, when it really counted for the planet, you know? Yeah, then you were called in. That kind of a reporting for duty kind of thing. I like you. Ah, that's so great. Okay. Oh, you just keep getting better and better. Nature. So for the healing oracle for you, if you haven't already figured it out, I'm guessing you probably have, you need to spend time in nature. Nature is just so grounding. It really kind of resets everything. You know, when you're inside and you're like near computers and phones, like, it really fucks up your whole like electromagnetic field. So to go out and kind of like plant your feet in the ground is like orgasmic to you. And I get that, you know, totally get it. I put my feet in sand, I'm the same way. So I understand. But this is going to be really something that helps you. I heard detoxify. So I detoxify, but I think, you know, it's just a way to kind of clear any stuffed up energy, especially residual energy that isn't even yours. You know, I think that although you probably have learned to kind of control it now, you do still need to be careful. And if you feel any of that building, you need to get to nature quick. All right? Oh my gosh. We can hang out whenever you want. Seriously. All right. I hope that was insightful. I know it was short. I really got to keep them kind of shorter, though, so I can get these up on there. So I hope this really helped you. I had a super fun. I thought this is probably going to be my favorite reading out of all of them. Like, I don't know any other how it would top that. It's incredible. Okay. Have a good day. I will have this up in a little bit. pile number 2. Alright, so you chose this adorable, tiny little shell. It's actually got like, you won't be able to see if I hold it up. It's like this purpley, pinkish, maroon kind of designs on it, and it's so cute. I thought it was adorable. Alright, so are you ready to see what your abilities are? I just did the first one, and let me tell you, this is such a cool spread. Like, I'm really excited. Thank you so much again. If you picked, I don't even know if you picked number 2, but if you're watching, thanks for suggesting it. Okay, so we're going to start with the Angel Tarot. We're going to go to my Rider-Waite and then finish with a Healing Oracle. I do want to add that I'm trying to keep it as short as possible. With exporting and, you know, uploading, it just takes too long. So I'm going to try to keep them a little bit shorter, because a 2-hour video isn't exactly the quickest to upload. So, you know, I'm learning. All right. Ooh. Interesting. The first person was very naturally gifted in most ways. Not all, because, you know, they did have some areas that it didn't come that easily. This is kind of the opposite. Okay, you have 8 of Earth. You know, this is something that's, you know, you've really learned. You had to cultivate things. This, you know, it might not always have come very easily. You know, the kind of talents you're trying to, you know, uncover. Now, everyone has, you know, to say someone was born with psychic abilities, everyone's born with psychic abilities. Everyone has these abilities. These aren't like, you know, the select people have them. Like, you have them, they have them, like, everyone has them. This isn't like some secret club, you know. This is something that you either are kind of born able to do them easier or quicker, you know, more naturally, or you're not. So you might have been somebody who, not in all, I think some things might come pretty natural, which is why you're kind of interested in this stuff. But I do think that you are someone that was either very self-taught. You know, you're someone who's very, you'll do a lot of research. You'll spend a lot of time meditating. You'll compile all the life experiences that you have had. You know, these are all things that, knowledge that you acquire on your own. You could also have studied under a mentor. Somebody could have kind of maybe ignited you on your way to where you're going, like in the spiritual area. So somebody might have, like, maybe you had seen Edgar Cayce, something with Edgar Cayce, or, you know, you just had a family member that you knew that had these kind of, you know, abilities, and you really became interested in them. So that being said, you know, I really think that you dabble in quite a few different areas. You have Justice. You're very methodical. Like, sometimes when you get to a bump in the road, it can be kind of like frustrating. I'm getting the feeling that it's like, you're just like, ugh, why can't I get, like, some people can get this stuff, and you're just like, why can't I? Like, why, what is the problem here? But I feel that you have this natural, wonderful ability to kind of come back in a logical way. You know, well, I need to learn, I need to practice, I need to, you know, and you're able to kind of skirt tail your way back on the way you need to be going. again, I think like the first one, I think this person has also a lot of really good foresight. Maybe you do have some psychic abilities that you've been training, and you know, you've done a really good job. You know, Eight of Earth is something that's, you know, it's higher up. It's not like a 2 or a 3. You know, this is something that has been, you know, planted and nurtured and is manifesting already. So whatever your gifts are, psychic abilities, I would not be surprised if you're able to work with nature spirits, maybe earth energies. Ooh, elemental magic. That's cool. That's what I just heard, elemental magic. So that's, if you didn't know about that, then you need to look into that elemental magic. That's really neat. See, the easiest like example of like that kind of stuff, like pyromancy, hydromancy, those kind of things. I don't necessarily think it's either of those. Maybe hydromancy, but I definitely feel that you have a connection with nature, with the things that not only are seen but unseen. I think, you know, you might have either trained yourself or you're able to naturally see the other things that are there. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. You know, you'll see like the lights or the, you know, the stuff. Anyway, you're very, almost like, like a Taurus energy, like just very like bullheaded, like you really, once you want something, like you're gonna get it. Right, so Four of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Four of Swords makes me believe that, you know, you're very good at meditating. You have really cultivated this ability. I think that you really probably have the ability to take to astral travel. I think that you would take well to astral projection. Remote viewing, I think you would do well with. I feel like you need something that might hold you back a little bit is you have a tendency almost in a logical way to really need proof of things. Like, you know, you really, which I understand. You know, tarot cards, I think that's why I like them so much, because it almost gives me like a tangible thing I can hold in my hands and be like, see, it's right here. You know, I have proof of, you know, it's not just me babbling, you know, like there's data here, you know? And I think that kind of is what you also kind of strive for. Not always. I think you have a certain level of faith and, you know, knowledge. But I do think sometimes maybe that can creep into your mind a little bit. I know it might have felt like, you know, it has taken, you know, a long time to get to where you are, and you still see that you have so much more to go. That might be overwhelming at times. But, you know, Page of Pentacles, the great thing about Pentacles is it pretty much guarantees success. Because at the end of this, you're going to be the King of Pentacles, and that is like, he is just amazing. Like, he's seriously one of my favorite kings. You're very hopeful. Like, no matter how many of those little, like, detours you take, you know, where you need your proof and things aren't exactly panning out how you planned it, you are very hopeful. You know, and I think you look towards the future really optimistically, as much as you can in the moment anyway. Awesome. Ooh, self-acceptance. Look at that. Hey, hey, have faith, right? We need to really understand that it is not something that nobody doesn't have. Okay, these abilities, these things, and I know you've probably Googled it, you've probably, you know, talked to whoever about it, and you've had confirmation. It just hasn't been enough confirmation for you. So I'm going to tell you right now, the confirmation you're seeking is not going to come from anywhere but within you. You really need to learn self-acceptance, maybe work on self-love a little bit. It's, you know, it's from years and years and years of fucking up that you have doubt, and that's natural. I mean, especially with someone who really has to work for things themselves so much and has to really be a, you know, a person who does things on their own. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna have to, you know, learn things. I think in a, I don't want to say roundabout way, but you know, you have to kind of experience everything to really understand what it's all about. So really be gentle on yourself. You know, if you're a Page of Pentacles right now, like that, he has come through so much shit. He had to go through 2 through 10 of the Pentacle suit, and that is like, and it feels like a lifetime. Okay, if you like look at them all, the progression of it, it's like a lifetime. So you've really had to go through a lot to get to where you are. So I want you to work on self-acceptance. I think that would really heighten whatever psychic abilities that you have. Okay? All right. I hope this was able to help somebody. If you're watching, thanks again for the suggestion. If any of you have other suggestions for like a pick a card or some kind of reading that you'd like, subscribe, like, put it in the comments below. I would love to read it. If you just want to say hi, that's fine too. All right. I'm on to the next one, so I just hope everyone has a really good day, and I'll see you later. Hey! All right. Hello, pile number 3. You chose the smaller white shell. Very cute. If you look really close to it, it has like pink on the top. That's probably why I picked it up. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? For your psychic abilities? Okay. We're going to start angel cards, Rider-Waite, my deck, and then round it out with a healing oracle. I want to add that, you know, I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible just so I'm not uploading all day long. So if it seems kind of like I'm trying to be quick, I'm trying to get as much out in a short amount of time. So bear with me on that. All right, let's see. Ooh, wow. Okay, so you are very psychic. Very psychic. Page of Water is just intuitive as hell. He is sensitive, so psychic empath is what I'm getting here. So bless your heart. I get it. Everything is feels. You feel everything. You know, you could walk down the street and you'll have feelings that aren't even yours just latched on you. You know, I feel that, you know, this is something that you've had. The last ones when you're talking, the last one, it was kind of like a self-taught person. They had some abilities, you know, natural, but most of it was really learned techniques and things like that. The first person was very naturally aware. You're more towards, you're like the first person. You're very, You're very intuitive. You have great foresight. You are able to pick up on energies. I feel like you can really, like if maybe clairvoyancy, if you walk into, somewhere like a house or something, I think you can immediately, you know the vibe there, you know what goes on there, you know the kind of house it is. It doesn't take more than a second for you to walk in and be like, ew, and want to leave, you know? So that's that's rough. It's very rough. It's a hard thing to deal with, especially before you learn how to kind of shield yourself and to take those protective measures, kind of. You're very sensitive, and that's wonderful. It's such a overlooked quality, sensitivity and vulnerability. Those things are really, I don't think they're talked about enough. I think it's really important to be vulnerable, to be sensitive with things. I think you're also sensitive in the way that you can pick up on things that even a lot of other people with these type of abilities, they might even miss. I really feel like there's a connection with ocean animals. There's really some kind of a, maybe just animals in general. I mean, it doesn't have, that's the first thing that came to my mind, but it doesn't have to be. I guess it could just be all animals. But you definitely have a soft spot for animals. So I love you. 8 of water. Eight of water. 8 of water would be 8 of cups in the Rider-Waite tarot. It's the guy who has all these cups set up and he's walking away, like in the dead of the night. Just up and leaves all them cups there. This is somebody, I think, who is really able to kind of grow continuously. You're very, like, you don't have to hang around something for very long. You really kind of master what it is, and then you move on to the next thing. You're very fluid. You're very, you like to move. You like to move from thing to thing. And it might just be a few different things you go back, that you really study, maybe hydromancy, being psychic in different ways, maybe honing those type of things, learning dream work. Dream work is something I feel like you might be really good with. Just because you are so emotionally sensitive in a lot of very heightened psychic ways. You got the wheel. The wheel is Wheel of Fortune and the Rider-Waite, and it is a beautiful card. It is something that, is life. So this leads me to believe that this is something that, you have cultivated life after life after life. All your past, or many of them, I'm sure, have had these abilities, and you've been kind of honing them over many, many years. So this is kind of like the accumulation of what you've been working on is what you have this life, and there's really nothing that you can't dabble in. Very versatile. Look, Magician. You're a natural healer. You're a natural, this is the first time I think I got healer. So you're a natural healer. You're such an alchemist. You're really able to take anything and turn it into something amazing. And I think that's why you really don't worry too much about certain areas of your life, maybe because it's just going to work out. That could be that psychic ability again. But it's not to say that you haven't been someone who hasn't had to learn the hard way. It's not like you were just handed all these great psychic abilities and you never had to work on them, you never had to do anything. That's not true. And I think even maybe sometimes in the past, they've actually worked against you. Maybe you knew things that you didn't want to know. Maybe you've seen things you didn't want to see. You know, these haven't always been happy, cheerful, rainbow abilities. You know, sometimes, you know, it's hard to see somebody die that you love, right? Sometimes it's hard to see how a relationship is going to end when you love them and you just don't want it to. You know, those things are really hard. So, you know, people who don't naturally have these abilities probably think, oh, it's not fair, it comes so natural to them. Yes, but do you really know what that's like? You like to have it and to not know what it is. You know, so, and I'm sure you guys think, well, it might be better to have learned how to start from nothing to control it and to really have a control over it. Because I think early on, maybe you didn't have a huge handle on it. Maybe you didn't look at it as the gift that it is. I get it. It's hard to see and hear certain things. Totally, especially as a kid. You know, to see things and then not be able to tell anyone because you'll be crazy or making up things, right? Yeah. Your third eye is very active. Very. It's like you definitely have seen some stuff. So, you know, that has really toughened you up, I think, a lot. But it didn't kill you, right? All those experiences really were tools for you. That way you can really learn to control it. And you have. You've come a really long way. You should be really proud of yourself. Ooh, yeah, see? Power. Look at that. Okay? You are very powerful. Very powerful. Maybe more powerful than you even know now. You might just be kind of... I like the girl in the picture. She kind of looks like me. You might just be kind of coming into your true power, into the things that you can really do. And it's exciting. You know, you might have been able to do things in the past and have things happen and see things and hear things and all those things, but I think you're really, right now, this time in your life, you're really grasping your ultimate power. Like, you're figuring things out, and once you do completely, there's no stopping you. You ever watch that? What was that Pinky and the Brain show? What are we going to do today? Same thing we always do, try to take over the world. But I think you'd probably be doing it in a very sweet way. Like a sweet dictator, you know. One who wants to help the world. You're going to take over the world. You could. All right. I really hope this was helpful. I know this wasn't nearly as long as my other ones, but it'll take too long and then you guys won't have a video. And I'd rather do, you know, shorter ones and get them out to you than not do them at all. So I hope this was able to help you. You really have a beautiful psychic ability. It's a very powerful one. I have a feeling you already know that, but if you don't, you really need to look into cultivating it, because it's something that has really lasted life after life after life after life. So it's a big part of who you are. Big part of your life purpose, I think. So, all right, if you like this, like the video, please subscribe if you haven't. So many people watch me and aren't subscribed to me. Like, if you're watching me all the time, subscribe to me, right? All right, comment down below if you have any like ideas about future pick a cards or kind of readings that you would like. Let me know. I would love to do them. Oh, I haven't mentioned, I should have mentioned the other ones too. If you know of any tarot decks, you know, give me some ideas. I'm on the hunt to buy a tarot deck I would like to raffle off. I would like to do a raffle for a tarot deck. I would like to also purchase one for myself. So, you know, submit some ideas. So let me look at them. All right. Also, go to, if you go to my homepage on YouTube, I have my sister there, DarlingDTarot. Make sure to check her out. She's absolutely amazing. She does really great pick-a-cards. She's super sweet and super funny, and I love listening to her. She's very, very naturally gifted. What else? Oh, I also have my my website there. You can get readings. You can get. I'm gonna start doing phone readings soon. I might open up phone readings only for a couple weeks at first, just to see, you know, if I can keep up with it with, you know, everything else. So just like to test it out a little bit, because I know that's probably easier for some people. So we're gonna get that all, you know, worked on, looking into. So that's something fun. All right, I've talked long enough. I hope everyone has a really good day.